Mold in the kitchen and mouse droppings under the sink. A Valley mom reaches out to 13 Action News after complaints to her landlord about her home fell on deaf ears, and now she fears her kids are getting sick. When you ask, we investigate. 13 Action News anchor Christopher King explains how her landlord turned the problems back on her. Christopher.
This is the home. The woman who lives here tells us there is crud growing inside. She says it's been like that ever since she moved in, and now she worries about the health of her kids.
I'm just really upset that I have to deal with it.
When Jessica Villasana and her family moved into this home at Walnut Estates last February, right away she noticed something wrong.
The mold, I wasn't aware that was mold.
This black crud under the kitchen sinks, on the wall of the cabinet, on the pipes.
There's also black stuff back here.
And on the countertop.
I've cleaned around the countertops.
She tells us she tried to clean it, but broke out in a terrible rash.
And the rash had started to travel up my arm. And then the following day, I started breaking out in hives on my legs.
And then the most revolting find.
We had to throw away the decaying mouse that was underneath the cabinet.
Now she fears her family could get sick.
I'm not so much worried about myself right now. It's my family.
Villasana tells us she's called and written letters to management. They've sent out cleanup crews, but she says that did not fix the problem.
There's still mice feces underneath the cabinet.
Christopher King with 13 Action News. We called Walnut Estates parent company in California. The owner, Mike Yamin, tells us the crud is not mold at all, but insulation. He sent us this invoice for the exterminator he says his company paid for. And he says Villasana's rash may not be hives, but perhaps bites from bed bugs.
I want to move. I don't want to be here anymore.
Now, another crew came out here today to inspect the home. Yamin tells us he calls Villasana, quote, a problematic resident, and he says any problem that she's having is her own fault. Villasana stands by her story. We're live. Christopher King, 13 Action News.